Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to deliver your December 2016 general readings. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot deck by artist Cyril Marchetti, whom I adore. I will be drawing the customary 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week, with an additional ninth card from the bottom of the deck as your crowning card, representing overall energy and advice for the reading. These are general readings, as we always have to remind you, because there's so many of you watching and you're all different people and different things going on in your lives. So, of course, they're not going to mean the same things to everyone who watches or resonate the same. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well if you know them and if you can. You may find that they may play out more predictively for you for this particular reading in this particular month. Or you may find that each of your 3 signs, as I do, resonate for you in different areas of your life, so that watching all 3 together gives you as whole and cohesive a picture as possible of the time frame ahead that the reading covers. It's just helpful to watch all 3. So always, before we begin, a thank you and note of gratitude for continuing to watch and listen and follow my YouTube channel. Thank you so very much for all of you who do. Thank you for your feedback and your support. As I always say, I keep the comments coming. I love reading them. I read each and every one of them. And of course, I don't have the time to comment on very many of them, but I do read them all, and you guys are brilliant at them. My favorites, of course, are reading how the readings resonate for those of you for whom they sometimes very eerily describe what's playing out in your lives. So please keep those comments coming. Welcome to any of you who may be newcomers to this channel. Thank you so much for joining us here today, or tonight actually. And thank you also to my regular clients for allowing me to be a part of the ongoing chapters of your life as they continue to unfold, and for the frequent updates you send me on how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And thank you to anyone and everyone who continues to reach out for personal one-on-one readings with me, which I love to do. It's an honor and a pleasure always to read for you, and I'm grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me or anyone else, it's holiday time, and I always get a lot of requests for gift readings at this time of the year for friends and family and loved ones. Personal tarot card readings are a lovely and unique gift for people. Of course, you're never going to get two the same. So if you're interested in a reading either for yourself and or for somebody else as a gift, feel free to contact me. You can click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage for a little more information in detail. It also has my email address. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you or anyone else. I do readings full time, 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you quite quickly and set up a reading in a fairly timely fashion. My current turnaround time is anywhere from a couple of days, upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks we can set something up for you. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will go from there. So moving right along, this reading is for Capricorn for December 2016. What does the month of December 2016 have in store for the earth sign of Capricorn, our lovely, grounded, sometimes stubborn Capricorns? What do they need to see? What do they need to know to successfully navigate through the month of December 2016 for Capricorns? Capricorns, December 2016. Okay, we begin with the Devil, Capricorn, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Next to that, we have the Ace of Swords, followed by the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, followed by the Two of Cups, and the Four of Swords, followed by the Four of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, for crowning card, your overall energy and advice, we have the Lovers. You have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. You have both of the Soulmate cards here, Capricorn. Let's just take a look. feel like some of you are maybe facing a temptation of sorts, maybe not seeing something which is right in front of you, or not seeing something that's right in front of you for the beauty of what it is. I think for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, because your focus is on something else, that may be a bit of a temptation, is what I'm getting. I think for a lot of you watching, I'm feeling mostly relationship energy off of this, although, you can apply the same energy to other areas of your life. For those of you who are not involved in any kind of love romantic relationships, it could be any type of relationship. It could be, um, I mean, the soulmate card is often referred to as the soulmate card, the Two of Cups, as it represents a union, a beautiful union between two people. But in business, it can also represent a really great match of two companies, two entities, a great business partner relationship. This could be a very close soulmate, kindred spirit relationship in a best friend, a very close family member. Relationships come in all different sizes and shapes and types. But I think for a lot of you, it's love and romance based, but for others of you, it's going to be in a different area of your life. And then temptation in terms of work or career, it could be the temptation to go for a job or a job offer, pursue something that offers more money upfront initially, but does not have the stability and the reliability, and the familiarity of what you already have. So it's going to play out differently specific in the specifics, because of course there's so many of you watching, but the energy fundamentally remains the same regardless of the area of your life it addresses. So let's begin. So Capricorn, we find ourselves at the beginning of December 2016 with the energy of the Devil, Major Arcana card, paired with the Ace of Pentacles. So the Devil. I'm just looking because I've just got hit by that Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a lower echo of the Major Arcana number 5 card, which is the Hierophant, which is about convention and tradition. And the Hierophant shadow card is the number 15 in the deck, which is the Devil card, which you have here. Both of which are opposite energies, which is why the Devil is the shadow card side of the Hierophant. One represents tradition, convention, self-discipline, control, walking the prescribed path, and then you have the Devil, which is the opposite end, the shadow side energy of that, which is the total abandonment of what you know to be right and true or proper, perseverance, self-discipline, and accountability, to abandon all in the pursuit of some kind of pleasure or fanatical obsession with one thing, because the Devil represents, at its most fundamental definition, imbalance, significant and profound imbalance, too much attention and focus in one area to the detriment and exclusion of others. It can represent conventional addictions like drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, unhealthy relationships where there's too much neediness or obsessiveness, power and control issues, but just a significant and profound imbalance, being very back and forth about something. And sometimes, it can represent going after or being overly focused on a source of pleasure for you in a selfish way, that ends up being harmful to the people around you and ultimately to you yourself as well. So there's a sense of imbalance around something, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's either something you've just gotten into, or it's a temptation that's in front of you, or something that the energy to it feels very recent, or it feels very fresh. So it could be something that you've just gotten into recently that's maybe getting out of hand, or a temptation in front of you that you're really struggling with. The Devil card is paired with the Ace of Pentacles. So Pentacles is earth energy. It's governed by the element of earth, and it's about the earthly energy that surrounds us in the tangible world, and often that manifests as things like money, finances, property, real estate, assets, etc. Very visible, tangible, see, touch, feel things. Aces are the ones. They represent beginnings, new pathways, something which appears to be initially quite lovely, and it has a lot of potential to build and to grow and to manifest. We would hope that this would manifest all the way to the 10 of Pentacles. But it's something that initially looks quite beautiful and has the potential to grow into something quite wonderful. And it's something tangible. It's something in the earth energy element, something in your tangible concrete world. Sometimes the Ace of Pentacles can represent an actual tangible gift, like a gift of money, finances, property, a very tangible gift. But this is a new beginning in your tangible world. And I sometimes refer to this card as the moving card or the new job card, because this card often comes up when this new beginning is very tangible. Moving to a new home, new apartment, relocating, buying your first home, moving somewhere else, moving out of state or even out of the country. It can represent the beginning of a new job, a new career pathway, but it's a very tangible, concrete new beginning. And associated with the devil, this can play out a variety of different ways because it's a general reading. There's a lot of you watching. This could represent that. I feel like the whatever the struggle is for some of you, the Ace of Pentacles represents something in front of you that you're considering going for. It's a temptation of some kind, but there's an underground energy of that. This may not be the best thing for you. Um, Maybe you have the opportunity to move, and there's an issue with the place that you're moving to. It could be that there's a job offer, a career switch, something in front of you, a tangible. It could be that I mean, we have a lot of relationship energy here too. We have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. This could be, it could be a temptation it could be a competitive energy in terms of somebody else saying, leave your home, leave your family, leave your marriage, whatever, and run away with me. And there's a strong desire, a strong temptation. It could be that. It could be too that you and your partner, or you and your soulmate, it could be a business partner too. Again, you can apply these energies to other areas of your life, but I'm going to read it what I'm feeling the most energy from, which is which is relationship energy. It's just kind of it's what's coming in right now. It could be that you and your love, you and your mate, you and your husband or spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, have the opportunity to move, or you are moving and relocating, and there's just there's something wrong going on. Things are out of balance. Your move date has changed. There's unexpected repairs that need to happen. It could be something as tangible and concrete as that, and it's kind of messing up this whole new beginning, new start feeling. For others of you, it's going to be the temptation to have a new beginning somewhere else with someone else. But it would mean turning your back on something you already have that's grounded and established as well. And it could be that you're in a relationship with somebody and this is what they're going through and you're aware of it and it's affecting you. Because there is a strong sense of imbalance and of going back and forth and up and down around it. It appears, whatever it is, it feels very tempting, very shiny, very new. But it feels like for some of you, it may be representative of that the desire itself is kind of selfish in a way that could be harmful to your mate, harmful to the people around you, and ultimately harmful for you. There's something about this which represents abandoning the tried and true path for a new beginning somewhere else. And for a lot of you, I feel like it's an actual physical new beginning somewhere else. Like it's about whether or not to leave, to move, to go away somewhere else. For some of you, it's going to be a new job or a new career pathway. Perhaps you've been offered something. Perhaps it's something else. Perhaps it's something illegal. You've been offered the chance to do something else, which may garner you a large amount of money really quickly. But what you're doing is illegal, or maybe it's a get rich quick scheme, and it looks very tempting because the promise, it looks like it has the potential to pay off in a really big way. But paired with the devil, Capricorn, it feels kind of shady. I would really, really, really think twice, think 3 times, think 4 times about this before you just go diving into that. And it actually feels like you do. Because right next to that, we have the combination of the Ace of Swords paired with the Five of Pentacles. So the Ace of Swords is kind of your moment of truth, revealing of information, a new outlook, a new perspective, a new way of looking at something. Swords is air energy. Swords is a very mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It governs what goes on up here. Words, ideas, communications, belief systems, outlooks, our way of looking at things, how we look at things, how we see things, where we stick things in our head, how we communicate with other people. Aces, of course, are new beginnings. You have two aces here, which represent new beginnings. The Ace of Swords, this is a new beginning. This is a new way of looking at something. This would be a new perspective, kind of your aha, epiphany moment, the light bulb going off. The Ace of Swords, Swords is all about truth, facts, what is reality, not fantasy, not illusion, not distraction, not this temptation. The Ace of Swords would come in and it would cut away all the fantasy, all the extraneous illusion, anything that may be kind of masking what this thing is for real, and exposes it for the truth of what it is. This is your clarity. This is your insight. This is seeing something for what it really is, the beginning of that. And it is a card of success too. It's a card, the Ace of Swords can come in and help you overcome something by giving you clarity about it, by seeing it for what it really is. That Ace of Swords is paired with the Five of Pentacles. Um, and again, for I'm just getting to just now that Ace of Pentacles, that Devil and Ace of Pentacles, that Ace of Pentacles, I'm feeling for some of you it's a financial thing. And it may not involve your soulmate or this relationship, but it may put it at risk somehow. I I get I get rich quick scheme or something, the opportunity to have a new beginning that's about money, but there's something about it that's not quite right. So that just came in. I had to get it out there. So we have the Ace of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. So here's Pentacles. Here's our Earth energy again. The Five of Pentacles can represent financial hardship, financial restrictions, not having enough money, or being afraid you're not going to have enough money. It can represent feeling in need, left out in the cold, insufficiency and lack. There can be a feeling of insecurity with this as well. This can also represent being blind or turning a blind eye to something that's right in front of you that's actually quite beautiful, but which you're not looking at or you're ignoring because of something else that's in front of you that looks better. Or sometimes the Five of Pentacles can represent not seeing what's right in front of you, something that's right in front of you, or not seeing it for what it really is because you're distracted by something else. And what's really in front of you is beautiful and generous and established. And I say that because you can see this couple is standing outside of what appears to be this church or cathedral, and there's this beautiful light shining out from the window. And they're standing outside, and in other tarot decks, they're portrayed sometimes as being outside in the cold or the rain. They look kind of homeless, they're in need. And on the other side of this light implies that just on the other side of this is what they need, is the answer, the solution, something that's actually being offered to them, warmth, love, light, resources, whatever they need, but they're not really paying attention to it because they're only focused on their own needs or their own whatever it is that they think they need or that they think that they lack. Sometimes in love and romance, this card can come up when somebody is offering you their love, or it's a partner, a long established relationship that's tried and true and there for you, but you're not looking at it or you're not acknowledging it because of someone or another relationship that appears, a shinier or a bit more attractive or exciting in some way. I don't know if that is going to resonate. I think it may resonate for some of you in a relationship issue because there is this sense of being tempted by something else which carries the promise of being something quite beautiful, but it's not. It doesn't feel like it is. And this Ace of Swords and Five of Pentacles would represent being able to see it for what it really is. Just being able to see the situation, good or bad. Just being able to see the truth and the reality and the clarity of it. Perhaps what's being offered in front of you as opposed to what you already have. The Ace of Swords is going to come in and cut away any fantasy or illusion or distraction and expose not only what this promise of a new thing is, but also help you look at something that's already right there in front of you, or with you, that's quite lovely and quite beautiful and quite grounded and reliable, and you see it for what it really is. What that Ace of Swords, how it's delivered could be, in any method. It could just be you have this epiphanic moment. It could be that somebody else helps you, comes in and helps you see this. But it does look like it's coming in and it's helping overcome. Um, overcome any perhaps hardships, or for some of you, if it's financial restrictions, help you look at it in a different way and go, okay, this looks like a really quick, easy way to make money, but perhaps it's not what I should do because perhaps it's something that's going to end up hurting me or hurting my family somehow. It's going to play out of different ways depending on who's watching. So next to that, but it looks like you guys are moving away. Most of you are moving away from this energy of the devil and the Ace of Pentacles, or that you're at least seeing it for what it really is, or seeing what you already have for what it really is. So next we have the Six of Swords, accompanied by the Two of Cups. I really like this combination for you, Capricorn. The Six of Swords, again, more air energy, thoughts, ideas, perspectives, belief systems. The Six of Swords can represent basically sailing away from troubled waters into smoother waters, coming out of the chaos and turbulence and indecision and stress and worry and whatever you've been going through, and moving into a time period that's more settled, more serene, more stable. There's a peaceful, healing, restorative energy around the Six of Swords. And it can also represent travel and movement. It could be that for some of you for whom this Ace of Pentacles and Devil, you and perhaps you and your soulmate or family, or a best friend perhaps, are, you're moving or relocating somehow, but there's just a lot of problems around it. This could represent actual that it actually happens. Things get solved. You figure out an answer, a solution to how to get through it, get over it, and you do end up actually moving, because the Six of Swords can represent actual travel, travel to get away, travel to. You could be moving, or you could just be taking a trip. It is the holiday season, and this trip in and of itself could be healing and restorative and bring you some clarity and insight on this situation. But even if it's not actual movement or traveling, it does represent an energetic movement out of the chaos and whatever it is that you've been going through, into a place that's more settled and peaceful and serene, and clarifying. And it's a healing energy as well. You haven't quite gotten to that place where it's all done and over with, but this, because the Six of Swords is transitional energy, but it does represent that you're moving towards that place. So it's a good card. I like seeing that for you. And the Six of Swords is accompanied by the Two of Cups. Cups is water energy. Cups is the suit that rules the area of our life that's about feelings, emotions, relationships, love, all different kinds of love and all different kinds of relationships. But it is traditionally looked at and considered the soulmate card, the kindred spirit card. This could, it's about that karmic connection between two people, or a beautiful union between two people, two entities, to something. It's a really, really great match. In love and romance, it represents as more than just chemical and physical attraction. It's about a meeting of the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit, kind of having the same goals, feeling the same way about life. In job and career, this could represent just the perfect job for you, that it's a really good fit, not only in dollars and cents, but you like the people you work with. It's a great work environment. The commute's not too bad. You don't have to pay for parking. It's just, it fundamentally, the Two of Cups means a really great match, a beautiful coming together, a union. But for a lot of you, it is relationship oriented. The nature of that relationship will vary from person to person. So paired with the Six of Swords, I like this combination. It's a quiet, peaceful, healing energy. You and this other person, this relationship, it's a we feeling. You are moving away from, slowly but surely moving away from whatever this difficulty is that you've been having, whether it's relationship issues and temptation within a relationship, whether it's just issues and problems that you've been having and facing together with moving, with relocating, with financial restrictions and hardships along with that. However it plays out for you, you guys are moving through it, slowly but surely. You're not quite there yet, but you're getting there. So it's a lovely energy. I like that for you. Now, at or towards the end of December, Capricorn, we have the Four of Swords accompanied by the Four of Pentacles, two fours. I like this because fours are a number of stability and solidity. You think of four pillars or four posts, it's the most stable foundation upon which to build something. It can also represent stagnation, but I'm not feeling that for you here. The Four of Swords, and it's right next to the Six of Swords, and the energy is very similar. The Four of Swords is a card of respite and recovery. Whatever this is, it feels like it's kind of taken a lot out of you, maybe taken a lot out of a partner or whoever you've been involved with it with, because the Four of Swords points to being really tired, being exhausted, needing to take a break, needing to withdraw from conflict. And perhaps you're not completely done yet. This man may have finished a battle, or he may just be taking a break from a battle. But for the time being, it's about withdrawing from conflict, resting, recuperating, going within, maybe seeking out some wisdom and clarity so you can finish this thing up. But it does have a nice, peaceful, healing energy about it too. And like the Six of Swords, it's about withdrawing from conflict, removing yourself, maybe even physically taking a break, going away somewhere. Perhaps it's just you, or perhaps it's you and your partner. And getting some clarity, but resting, recuperating, recovering from that, and kind of touching base with that inner intuition and knowing as well. And perhaps, seeking out feedback and advice from someone that you trust as well. That Four of Swords is paired with the Four of Pentacles, so here we have more earth energy. The Four of Pentacles is a card about holding on to the foundations of something you have. Sometimes it can represent holding on a little too tightly, being too guarded, too closed off, or holding on too tightly to something or someone because you're afraid of losing them. Sometimes because you've lost a lot in the past, or you feel like a lot's been taken away from you in the past. So you have a tendency to hold on to what you have quite tightly in the fear of losing it. But it does represent holding on to what you have, holding on to the foundations of what you've had. If the relationship has been going through a tough time, for those of you for whom this feels like a relationship reading, it can represent, especially with that Four of Swords, of picking up the pieces, salvaging what you have, resting, recuperating, holding on to and working on rebuilding the foundations of what you have, because it's worth having and it's worth continuing to build on. It's a nice energy to end December with, particularly in the holiday season as well. Make sure that you take care of yourself and your partner, and especially towards the end of the month, because it looks like whatever this is, I feel like you guys move through it pretty successfully, but I feel like it's very taxing for you, and you really need to make sure to take care of yourself at the end of the month, because it looks like there's some contemplation, some revealing of knowledge, some clarity, some epiphany moments, and a major choice is made, which causes this sailing away, more peaceful, healing, withdrawing from conflict energy, because your overall card is the Lovers, which is that exactly, a major arcana card, which can also represent that soulmate, kindred spirit connection as well, quite a passionate one, but it can also represent a temptation too, a temptation which is very attractive and very evocative for you. The Lovers also represents needing to make a choice about something. In the early tarot decks, it was called the Choice card, and it showed a man standing in front of two women. The implication being that it was a major and significant choice that needed to be made, that was going to affect not only your life, but the lives of the people around you as well, relationships too. About needing to make a decision, needing to make a choice, and being very careful not to get carried away by, you know, feelings and emotions, although the undercurrent is, when you can, always try to choose a love above everything else. But being very careful and thoughtful about the decision that you make, and make sure that it's not just made in the heat of the moment because something comes up in front of you that promises something exciting and fast and easy, but actually may turn out to be harmful, not only for you but for someone else or your family. And I think you're going to move through this quite successfully. It shows that you have. Just make sure to, again, take care of yourself at the end of the month. It looks like it has the potential to be a challenging month, but you have what it takes, Capricorn. And I think being an earth sign, that lovely, solid, earthbound, truth seeking, reality seeing character traits that so many of you inherently possess already are really going to serve you well in sailing through the rest of this month and wrapping it up quite nicely. So, Capricorn, that pretty much wraps up your reading for December. I hope you've enjoyed it or at least have found it useful, that it's brought you a little bit of insight and clarity and given you some food for thought. If any of you are interested in a personal one on one reading with me, again, you can click on the About sign on my YouTube channel's homepage and you can email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the December 2016 mid-month readings. And until then, Capricorn, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.